How does Joe Douglas really feel about Zach Wilson? Well, look, if you listen to that press conference and you listen to what Joe Douglas said, he certainly has not turned on Zach Wilson. He hasn't stopped believing in Zach Wilson. And he certainly recognizes all the factors and all the challenges that Zach Wilson is facing. So it makes sense. I mean, this was his pick, right? So he might be the last person on that Zach Wilson ship if it came down to it, to be honest. But let's look at what he really said and really try to get into what he's really thinking. I believe that he still believes in Zach Wilson. I don't see why he would totally abandon ship. You know, anybody who thinks that Zach Wilson is guaranteed to be a great quarterback is crazy. And anybody who thinks that Zach Wilson is officially a bust, to me, crazy. Because I'm not trying to use examples to compare him to other quarterbacks. I'm just saying it's not uncommon for really good to great quarterbacks to struggle. And it's not just making excuses. There really are factors. It's not like he's playing for a team with the best blocking or a top 10 offensive pass protection line where he's sitting back there for 3 seconds, 4 seconds in a clean pocket and he can't do it. We're watching him run for his life. He's under extreme pressure. But that's neither here nor there. Let's not, it's not about excuses. It's about let's see if he gets better and continues to develop. Now, here's the key thing that Joe Douglas said that was interesting to me. He didn't say everything and then say, give him time, and we're committed to him, and that's it. He specifically talked about the last 9 games. He specifically went into the idea of continuing to monitor him and monitor his progress. Because he didn't just say, we believe in him and that's the end of it, and it's going to happen at some point. He also said, we're going to watch and see what progresses for the rest of the season. Now, I think he's saying, look at the rest of the season because we can't judge by next week. And if we're going to judge anything by next week, he just has to not make those same mistakes, not turn the ball over. I don't think you could really get too into the statistics when you're playing Buffalo. It's just like, keep us in the game, give us a chance to win. That's what all you can ask a quarterback to do, unless your name is Patrick Mahomes or something like that. One day, maybe Zach, we can ask more of Zach than that. But for right now, we have to say, keep us in the game. Don't give away the game yourself, like you did last week. And then we play New England again. That's an easy bar because he just has to play better than he played against New England last time, right? No turnovers, none of the ridiculous passes to the turf. So, guys that are open 8 yards, 10 yards away from you, those need to be handoffs. So, and then after that, we're no longer playing the top defenses only. There's going to be, all different teams. And then we see how, he has to have some big games against some of those teams. He has to do what other quarterbacks have done against those teams. We have to see that. But the fact that Joe Douglas talked about it and acknowledged that tells me he believes in Zach Wilson still. They haven't given up. But that could be an indicator that if Zach keeps regressing and doesn't show any signs of improvement, this is a rare year where we have a lot of talented quarterbacks coming out into the draft. And I don't know. I mean, I've been a fierce defender of there's no possible way we're giving up on Zach Wilson after year 2. And I still believe that. But when he talked about watching him over the next 9 games, did that open a little bit of a crack or a window that says maybe he's going to consider drafting another quarterback if Zach doesn't show any progression? I guess time will tell. But for right now, Joe Douglas believes in Zach Wilson. But there might be, just like with myself and I think a lot of Zach Wilson supporters, a real shadow of doubt creeping in. Guys, if you like the video, hit the little round guy that says subscribe, hit the square for another video. And again, of course, like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel if you want more like it. Take care. Have a great day, Jets fans.